Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you could hear my voice, it's very scratchy today. I swear, when you have two kids under 16 months, every little anything just gets passed around the house. And once one um, gets better, the next one still is not better. And then they just swap it again. And the only thing mommy and daddy could do is do our best to keep our children healthy and do our best with the sicknesses they give us, right? Yeah, seriously, little petri dishes, and even more so to that. So they have winter break. Well, Christian has winter break because Morris is only 2 months old, but so we were all half of us is excited about it because it's like okay, he gets to be home, he gets to get back to being healthy because when he's at school, that's what we call it, a petri dish. Every child has green boogers. Um, so we're hopeful that what's going to happen? He's going to get better just in time to go back to school and get sick all over again. So but I'm listening to my voice and it sounded way worse earlier. So that's my 2 cents. Also, I wanted to mention, I'm sorry. Do you remember when I actually did lives from an office? Like my office. I miss so much. So I go to my office very sparingly now because we have two children. So especially with one home from winter break and my wife is now working a full-time job. She, merged her company, which is really good. I can't really leave home ever. So I was just noticing before, like I miss my big desk and like my 7 computer screens and all my whiteboards all over. But this will have to do. I mean, it's really not too shabby. So let's get into it. So Rhino added another member yesterday. We're at 353. Now, what's important about that number is we actually added 3, and it was the most I've seen in a while because it would just kind of came out of nowhere. But there were 2 that plans had gotten canceled because they missed 3 payments in a row, which is never the person's fault. For the most part, every time I see that, it's because the expiration date changed on the card, or no, the card's expired, or something, right? So usually I'm able to just reach out to whomever and say, hey, listen, I just saw that your account got canceled. If you did it, fine. God bless. If there's anything I could do, let me know. But if it was something that your card just was being a little finicky, let me know how I could help. And most people are like, oh my God, the expiration date, I didn't know, I couldn't switch the card, and we work with them. The point of me saying that is the 3 that actually joined were all $1 members, which is fine. Everyone should join at $1 and then kind of learn what the system is. But it all happened like so when I have Stripe on my phone, when I check it in the morning, I'll go ahead and pull down and then the screen refreshes. And usually you'll get, 1, maybe 2. But it was just 3, boom. And I was like, caught my attention. I was like, wait a second, it's actually really good. And what I've realized is, so in Kartra, well, let me take a step back. So the email we sent today, a gift for you, is our lander page for Rhino Street. And everyone should, if you have not listed your business, you should. And I got asked yesterday, well, Ant, what if my business doesn't have a website address yet, right? Well, that's okay. You could list whatever website you want. What the goal is that when someone looks at the business, they're able to contact you. Now, of course, the best thing you can do is list your business website so that someone says, oh, I want to buy staples. This is a staple site, and 1 + 1 = 2 at that point. But if you don't have a staple site set up yet and you want to sell staples, well, maybe your Facebook page is where you're doing your commerce. Maybe your LinkedIn page is where they can reach you. I don't know. Put that website so that you can have a website so that you are listed. So anyone can do that. So the gift for you is the Rhino Street Lander. In which case, once you opt in, the thank you page is the sign up form to go ahead and list your business. So it's your name, the business name, the website, your zip code, obviously, and some keywords and the description of your business, like all the things that allow you to own your own listing is all right there for you. In which case, once you press submit, it's live. You can go check and it's on the search engine. You're listed. The point I'm trying to get at is in doing so, you're then also enrolled, or you're then also added to the sequence we built out. And that sequence welcomes you. Hey, listen, welcome to Rhino Street. If you haven't listed your business, you should. Here's the link, right? And then 2 days later, hey, welcome to Rhino Street. How are things going? Is there anything we can do for you? If you haven't listed your business, you should. And if you did, why don't you suggest to someone else? Like, let someone else join as well. Then 2 days later, hey, nothing is ever free in life. And although you're able to join Rhino for free, would you like to see how we're funded? Here's Rhino Bucks. And then it goes ahead and shares what Rhino Bucks is, what our vision is, and the chart, which is really powerful, because we're coming up on 3 months where we have a chart that just goes up every day. So that's its own, like, it sells itself type of thing. But the point being that when they get to that point, I think we did it correctly, right? Like, they got into Rhino Street, they know what it is, they appreciate what the mission statement is, they appreciate the technology, they had some time to get to learn us a little bit better. They're joining on the lives, they're reading the emails, so that by the time it does get to that Rhino Bucks suggestion, it seems like, okay, I'll do it for $1, why not? Now, I can't prove that because I haven't actually gone through the data to see if those 3 came from those funnels, right? And I will, obviously. But the point being, if that's the case, that's really good. And if that's the case and that being really good, then what's the next step? Well, how do we go ahead and bring as many people as possible to the page that I just sent you in the email? Well, step 1 was I emailed it to you, right? So those that did not see the page, or those that didn't know how to get on the search engine yet, are now likely going to do so, in which case they're now enrolling themselves in that sequence, those automations, which is cool. Also, our affiliate program really is doing quite well. In fact, one of our partners went ahead and got approved to all these different 300,000 member Facebook small business groups, and went ahead and actually put together some unique copy, some pictures, some really cool stuff, and posted it in those groups. And it got approved to be posted in those groups because, again, we don't charge anyone anything, right? Like, we're servicing you. So that might be, like, he actually emailed me today and said, I hope we get 100,000 $1 plans at some point. I was like, wow, that would be amazing. But that's one person, and that's one person's goals. If he even gets to 10% of those goals, that did really, really well. What about all the others, right? So we have a couple of partners that are really, really strong in cold emailing. They just have a knack for it. We have other partners that have strong email lists. We have other partners that, they put it on their Facebook page, their Twitter, their Instagram, they get some traction. The point being, of all the traction that is coming in, well, if they're all going through that funnel and we're finding that the funnel is actually working, well, then that stands fair to reason that 2023, but more so the next week or two, is really going to produce some results that finally look something like marketing, right? Because we've never done marketing. And as and people say to me sometimes, so, Ant, you're a great marketer. You have a good company, a good business. You have 353 different people that are investing weekly in a coin that you made up, right? Like, that you built. They go, I don't know any companies that have 353 weekly subscriptions as high as $500. I go, yeah, but that really, like, there's a difference between marketing and just sharing, like, a well thought out vision and having a big idea and being accountable. So, like, everyone that's a part of Rhino sees me every single morning, right? You read the emails every single morning, you see me here every single morning, and you can go back as far as 2-3 years ago, and you've seen me doing lives on a daily basis, or once a week or twice a week basis. All of that allows you to participate to where you are today. How do I take all of that and filter it down to a 1-paragraph marketing ad, right? How do I take all that and filter it down to a 5-minute video where the new person that does not know us is able to say, oh, that person's been there for so many years and this is where they're at. How do I become as comfortable as they do without participating for all those years? That's what marketing is. It's solving that equation. And with Rhino Street, I think the lander is really great. The video in it's really great. And of course, I'm biased. I made the video, but enough people said, Anthony, I agree. It is really great. And then as you get to the Rhino Bucks page, which is 3 emails down, It's another beautiful lander with a great video that everyone said, yeah, that's really great. It makes sense. I like it. Sorry. So I think that's a good thing. So it's just giving a little commentary onto what's going on. Things are still going good. What was I going to say? New high today. You know what's really funny about that, Dr. Smith? And I was actually going to touch on this. I decided to use Rhino Street to actually write me a children's book. It's called Rufus the Rhino Learns How to Paint. And I want to actually do a screen record of all the steps that I did. It's live on Amazon right now, actually. It's been approved. Like, it's super cool. Like, we wrote a children's book using Rhino Street. We created all the images using Rhino Image. We created all the copy using Ask Rhino. And I'm kind of doing a little bit of a case study. I'm wondering if you can join Rhino Street and create a children's book series and sell it for, 10 books for like 20 bucks or something, like whatever it could be. Obviously that would be a really good deal. Could you do it? Like, could you? And here's the coolest part about it. Rufus the Rhino teaches crypto, yeah. And here's the coolest part about it. So as I was creating it on Amazon, because they have KDP, I think it's Kindle Direct Publishing. You can publish a book right there. They ask for a description. So I go to Rhino Street and I copy and paste the entire book into Ask Rhino in quotations. And I write in parentheses, I wrote, can you give me an exciting summary of this book? And Rhino gave me an exciting summary of the book. And then I asked Rhino, can you give me 7 keywords that would work really well for Amazon for this book? It gave me 7 keywords. The point being, using Rhino, you could create stuff like right there. I wrote, can you give me an exciting post to put on Twitter? And it gave me the Twitter post and the hashtags. It's just, it's super powerful. So I kind of want to show everyone that tomorrow, because I want to, finish it up today and see what I need to do and make it look all nice. But I think I would like to do a bit of a screen record and show it as a case study. I do want to kind of create, like, see, the thing that always comes up is I don't like selling stuff, right? Like, I want to go ahead and give that to everybody. But is it, when you're able to do something like that, you're able to really, maybe I won't sell it. Maybe that's another come join Rhino, right? Where we market, join Rhino and we'll teach you how to do this right here. That being said, though, I do have a limit on how much Rhino I could use in a month, right? So we're on a good paid plan, but there is a point where we'll hit our maximum, and then we're going to have to ask for approval to increase our plan. So there is a cost to all this, right? So there is a certain amount where it's like, okay, do I really want to go ahead and tell the whole world, come to Rhino, use this, and everyone's writing books all day, and I'm spending thousands of dollars in providing that for free, right? Like, so there is economics of it that I have to look at. Your brain. So I'm playing with it, and I want to create another lander, another page, so that anyone that is promoting Rhino or sharing Rhino can say to someone, hey, I know you're down on your luck, but would you like to go ahead and create a children's book right now, pictures, bind it, and have it published immediately within a day, and sell it, right? I don't know, maybe some people would, which then actually grows into something larger. Could we go ahead and create classes? Could we create tutorials? Could we create courses? Could we create services that would allow someone that someone would pay for, right? Could we go ahead and open up an agency and say, hey, listen, we do the best copy work anywhere for $5 a month. An unlimited amount of times you can email us requests and we'll send you the copy back within an hour, right? Hey, Anthony, I'm looking to sell pens to priest. I need a good marketing letter on how I could do that. Well, for $5 a month, if you were able to message someone and get it back right away, I don't see why you wouldn't. I use it all day. I would pay, well, I know what I'm paying for it, right? So we're just kind of like thinking more thoughts. Because Rhino Street has its applications, and that's our crown jewel. But the value of Rhino Street is in the population of Rhino Street, right? So we do need to go ahead and solve how to excite different segments of people. And then the funding of it is all in Rhino Bucks. So if we can excite different segments of people, bring them to Rhino Street, then they're automatically within those email sequences that bring you to Rhino Bucks. Well, then it is all funding itself. It's just like everything with Rhino, the challenge is that we front the funding. Because it is our belief that in helping people and in serving people and in doing stuff and in giving people stuff, giving people opportunity, giving value, is that those individuals will reciprocate by being a part of Rhino and participating wherever they can. So in creating everything today, the risk is if it's a flop, well, that's a problem, right? Because the money went and nothing came of it. And of course we had flops, right? But now we're getting bigger. So our flops, if we flop, are bigger. So we just got to make sure we do things correctly. Because if we go ahead and do something like this and it ends up costing $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 because the usage, we have to at least be reasonably certain that in 2-3 months from now, those that joined Rhino would be contributing, because Rhino is not for profit. Like money doesn't go to me. Rhino just funds itself, and that's the mission statement. Like that's a value proposition of it all, right? If everyone in Rhino owns Rhino, and Rhino's a self-funding mechanism, or like organism that everyone wants to be a part of, and everyone's able to get paid and make money because they own Rhino and they're able to redeem it. Well, then that is like it just lives by itself. It's untouchable. No one can touch it because it's the people that are part of it that are the people that are happy. And if they're happy, they stay. And by them staying, it just keeps going, right? So big ideas. All right, I'm over again today by 7 minutes, so let me not do too much more. But did I get everything? Yeah, so love everyone. If you're not part of Sharing Rhino yet and you want your affiliate link, email me. Or actually just look at the email from yesterday and you could go ahead and do it. Are we able to sell to each other using Rhino Bucks? Oh, like use it as a currency? I mean, you could use it any way you'd like. I would like to get started. Oh, totally cool, Natasha. Get started with the affiliate or to join Rhino? So those are two different links. Let's see. Join. All right, so let me get you. Oh, the Rhino Street. Okay, so let me get the lander real quick. If I was my lander, where would I be? And I know you can see my face and I can't see you because I only have one screen today. So I'm just pulling up the link. So hopefully my face doesn't look too funny as I'm doing this. Get the code. All right. So this is the Rhino Street lander. You could go ahead and join. Watch the video. It's super cool. And also, actually, so in a pinch, I should have thought about this, but rhinosearchengine.com actually goes right to that as well. I think it's HTTP, which I gotta get the S on it. We are used to the funny look. I know where I'm probably just like, okay, that's enough. Too much fun. Love everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and I'll have the book recorded, hopefully. Okay, I'm on it. Bye.